A new Wordle puzzle is online. Click on the link to play.
Listening to the following video may give you clues. Please like and share the videos.
Game 5 of the Toronto Maple Leafs series. In Game 5 of their series against the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Tampa Bay Lightning struggled mightily in the offensive zone against a skittish opponent.
While their defense and offense both looked good in the opening period, Toronto was unable to capitalize on their mistakes in the final frame. With this series tied at 1 game apiece, Toronto's head coach Sheldon Keefe decided to change up his line composition for Game 5.
Alexander Kerfoot started in the place of Michael Bunting, with the third line and third pair on defense. However, the Lightning came in waves against a skittish Toronto team, and it seemed that a change in strategy would be necessary for the game.
Brayden Point scored in Game 5 of series against Toronto Maple Leafs. In the first round of the playoffs, the Tampa Bay Lightning have made a good first impression.
Brayden Point scored in Game 4 but did not play in Game 5 on Sunday after a hit from Islanders defenseman Adam Pelech. The Tampa Bay center missed Game 3 on Friday and Game 2 with injury.
Instead, Anthony Cirelli played in Point's spot and put up 6 shots on goal. The Lightning outshot the Leafs 37-20 in Game 5 and have a chance to win the series.
The Maple Leafs need to prove that they can win when it counts, and they have the team to do so. The lineup in Game 5 included David Kampf, Ilya Mikheyev, Pierre Engvall, Brayden Point, and Justin Hall.
The Leafs also had a very strong goaltending unit in Game 3 in which they dominated the opposing team after a great regular season. The Lightning are looking to the playoffs to push their season into the next round.
Point is expected to start Game 5 on Saturday, but will probably miss one game due to an upper body injury. However, Cooper remains optimistic about Point's health and says the team will not risk the loss of Point for the sake of playoff positioning.
That's a good sign, and the Lightning should be able to capitalize on this opportunity to move closer to the playoffs. Tampa Bay Lightning will be the home team in Game 5 of the series against the Toronto Maple Leafs, and the Flames are in Calgary on Monday after their loss to the Capitals.
Tampa Bay won 5-4 with a tie-breaking goal in the third period. Brayden Point and Steven Stamkos also scored for the Lightning.
Brayden Point stopped 22 shots and Brian Elliott made 59. The Tampa Bay Lightning have won the first 2 games of the series, and this game is in the playoffs for the second consecutive year.
They are currently in the second round and are 2-0 in the series. Tampa Bay pulled Andrei Vasilevsky after the second period to get extra skaters and the game is on.
Those 2 games will decide this series. If the Leafs win the series, they will likely go to the conference finals.
Tampa Bay Lightning's offense struggles against skittish opponent. The Tampa Bay Lightning's offense struggled in Game 3 against the Toronto Maple Leafs.
After a record-tying regular season, the offense fell off the map against Toronto, allowing just 0.7 goals per game. Goalie Andrei Vasilevsky has been on top of his game for the past 5 seasons, allowing just 1.2 goals per game.
In addition, Tampa Bay's offense was slowed by injury, with 4 players averaging less than a point per game. Even though the Lightning's offense struggled in Game 5, the team's stars still believe they can take the series.
Nikita Kucherov took a cross-checking penalty after the team failed to capitalize on a power play, and Steven Stamkos' one-timer slid off the stick in the second period. Meanwhile, Victor Hedman's rare-off night did little to help the Lightning's offense.
While the Lightning's offense struggled to score early, the team was still able to score a few goals late in the game. The Tampa Bay Lightning's third line struggled to score early, and the Toronto Maple Leafs played with their third defensive pairing to start the game.
Despite the struggle, the top units came out in waves, and the team's offense dominated the game at even strength. However, the third period saw the Tampa Lightning push the puck harder and concede more space to play safe.
The difference in Game 5 was Jack Campbell's heroics. He made some huge saves when it counted.
After falling behind 2 games in the first round, the Lightning went on to win 4 straight games, tying the series at 2 games apiece. However, they ultimately fell short in the Eastern Conference semifinals against the New Jersey Devils, who went on to win the Stanley Cup.
There are a lot of things to look forward to in Game 5 of the series, including a series against the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Lightning's defense was the most important part of the team's 2 championship runs.
They had more offensive points than the league average during those 2 years, but their offense is still a question mark. The Lightning's defense has been their strength all season, but their offense is not what has helped them get there.
With Kucherov back, they should be able to get things done on the back end. Teams transitioned to the Florida Suncoast Dome.
In the late 80s, St. Petersburg was in a desperate need for a new baseball stadium.
The team was playing in a decaying Comiskey Park and battling Chicago machine politics, but in 1990, St.
Petersburg won a bid to build a new baseball stadium. The city was optimistic that the baseball club would follow.
But the commissioner of baseball Peter Uberth warned them not to build a baseball stadium. Instead, the St.
Petersburg City Council approved million in tax-exempt revenue bonds to fund the new baseball stadium in St.
Petersburg began construction of a new ballpark in the late 1980s. It was a simple project, and it was almost immediately obvious that the Pittsburgh Gladiators would move to the Florida Suncoast Dome.
In fact, Bob Grise, the team's owner and chairman of the board of SICDisc Corp., hoped to announce the team's move to the new arena within 5 days. If it happens, they will be the first major sports tenant at the Florida Suncoast Dome.
The original name of the stadium was Florida Suncoast Dome, but it was renamed Tropicana Field in the early 1990s to attract a Major League Baseball team. The arena's naming rights were signed with Tropicana Products, a fruit juice company in Bradenton, Florida.
The team had hoped to attract a Major League Baseball team to Tampa. The team remained at the Florida Suncoast Dome for 3 seasons and averaged 19,000 fans per game.
The Tampa Bay Giants flirted with the Tampa Bay area more than the White Sox. After Bob Lurie failed to convince the city to fund a new ballpark, Vince Naimoli proposed the move to the Suncoast Dome.
The move would give Miami a brand new expansion team, while Tampa Bay would gain a Major League franchise with a recognizable name. And it would also give Miami access to big league stars.
Game plan for Game 5 of series against Toronto. In the most recent game, the Toronto Maple Leafs took a 3-2 lead in the series and are now favored to take Game 5 in the next round.
However, the Maple Leafs can't afford to give Ottawa any comfort. As a result, the team is going to try to push the play from puck drop to the end to take the series in its favor.
Hopefully, this plan will pay off for the Maple Leafs. In the series, Toronto has to avoid falling behind in Game 5 to force a Game 6 on Saturday night.
In the last 3 games, Toronto has been in the series for only 1 game, and their only victory came in Game 1 when it scored the first goal. So, if Toronto can avoid falling behind in Game 5, it should be easy to pull it out.
The Lightning have a history of exploiting Toronto's inexperience in the playoffs. To do this, the Lightning must get shots from the edges through.
The Leafs blocked 22 shots at 5-5 and were led by Morgan Rielly with 5 blocks. The Lightning must get more shots through to create chaos in the offensive zone.
They are a team that initiates the majority of its offense from the blue line. But as the series has progressed, they have had to adjust their strategy.
It has been the case for years after 2 consecutive losses. The Tampa Bay Lightning have an incredible record in games played immediately after a loss.
The Lightning are 17-0 in games following a loss. In Game 3, Tampa Bay fell behind by 3 goals early and lost 5-2, but turned the tables on Toronto with their fastest start in the series.
But the Lightning need to play a better game to take the series in Toronto. But first, let's recap Game 3 of the series.
As for the Raptors, they need to be prepared for the second round. After the Raptors swept the Philadelphia 76ers in Game 4, the team needs to keep up that momentum.
To win Game 5 of the series, the Raptors must win 2 straight games, including the next one in Philadelphia. Having won the first 2 games is essential, but winning 2 in a row will help them advance to the next round.